I wasn't doing it just for me.
And because of recovery, moment of clarity. I love that.
She opened my door and said, "Watch your step," snapping her gum. I swung my legs out and slowly followed her across the street, careful not to trip over my shackles. You see, I was a heroin addict, and shackles had become routine for me. We entered the building and I took a seat. She walked up to check us in with the receptionist, and I looked around. It was late in the day. The room was empty. I was grateful not to have people around to stare at me. She sat next to me and started flipping through a magazine, snapping her gum loudly. She was pretty. Smooth brown skin, hazel eyes, hair braided and pulled back. She looked to be about my age, but I knew better than to ask her personal questions. Her job was to transport and not to talk to the prisoner. The nurse came and motioned for us to follow her. She handed me a gown and told me to undress from the waist down and get on the table. She undid my shackles and I did what I was told. The doctor came in, short, bald, bushy gray eyebrows, with a clipboard. He didn't look at me, but started to ask me questions. Name, date of birth. Was this my first pregnancy? I said no, that I had a 5-year-old and a 5-month-old. He made a little sound, but continued with his questions. He said to me, "Put my feet in the stirrups and lay back." I was 24 and pregnant and didn't want to be. I told them that I had been shooting dope every day and that there was something wrong with the baby. What I didn't tell them was that I was consumed by guilt and shame. The guilt and shame of being a mother and not being with her children, and of being an addict, not able to stop using. I had a baby at home that needed me, and my addiction had put me in jail. I felt a sharp pain, and I said, "Ow, you're hurting me." His face was above mine. He hissed, "Be quiet. You're lucky you're even here." My breath caught in my throat and my eyes filled with tears. My chest tight. I looked away from him, and that's when I saw her, the gum snapper. She heard what he had said to me and was pissed. I saw on her face what my guilt and shame wouldn't allow me to feel: anger and outrage. I took a deep breath and waited for it to be over. As we walked out, she said to me softly, "Are you okay?" I nodded my head and said to her, "I will be."